so try it again. Starting me over right back at the end.
When's the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. In the mirror, no reflection. Another day, just another resurrection. Where's the glory? Just another story. I won't be the ending that was written for me. And I'm never running, so try it again. Starting me over right where I began.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence. Might as well not take fear off the table.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die.
I think everyone's a little scared of what's next. Live or die. Live or die.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep. Kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And off we go here from Mile High. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. They'll get across the 20, mark him down to 23-yard line.
Stop. 5-9, 5-9. Set.
Throwing to get going. It's Herbert. To the left side. Caught by Schultz. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
3rd down and 9.
Set. Black 80, black.
From the gun, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Check. Ready.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Panther 60. Stop low 18. Trap 60.
Back to throw. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Cavity line.
He'll drop to throw. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. First carry here for the former Tar Heel, Omarion Hampton. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
60 Bison.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Cowboy 80.
Here's a handoff, and Swift running right. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal.
Come on. Set. Steady.
Swift. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal.
Go. 60 Eagles. 19 Lions. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Broncos. His first touchdown of the new campaign. And look at this, the extra point is blocked. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. Will manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Counter.
Now Herbert. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Justin Herbert.
That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
And 12.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Herbert. Oh, this pass was dialed in right now. They get him again. Great, Greenlaw. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down. That's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
Chargers 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Cougar 19. Let's go.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it second down and 11.
Ready? 1918.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A big-time play for the Broncos. And even 30 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Denver. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
Makes the score.
This is the type of start you dream about as a kid. My first NFL catch, and it goes for a touchdown. I mean, you can't make it up. You got to imagine he's got to be rolling right now, and I'd go right back to him.
Oh, he's got room now on a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Back to our lady. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
To second and 10.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Back to the air again on second and 10. Left side, he's got Njoku. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Denver first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check smash, check smash.
Here's a handoff to Swift. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a
up here on 2nd down and 5.
Go! Check, hurt, Hawk 70, Hawks. Ready?
Now a toss, left side, it's Swift. And he will score! DeAndre Swift, touchdown Broncos. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. The extra point is good. Broncos add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Now a play fake. Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incompletely. Might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sidelines.
Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Say, hey. 79 Broncos.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The catch made there by Sutton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3.
Let's go. Viking, get ready.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Herbert. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll go with Hampton. And a good run there to give him 5 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And the Chargers are going to have it first and goal. Tackle made at the 10-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. They'll run with Hampton. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
They'll send their tight end left. Shotgun now for Herbert. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Strike. Go.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Got it. Ready? Come next team. Come next. Get it. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Come on. Come on. 19 tight. 70 Lions. Steady.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Cougar 19. Broncos.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Sutton. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Austin McNamara now. He's on for the second time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. This one could be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Now return coming from the 2nd. Nice job on the return. He's now close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Let's go now. Big Lion. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the 2nd to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Throwing now from the gun. He finds Austin with the grab. And they'll get about 8 out of that one. But still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Okay, break. Dragons, let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the 2nd half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
At their own 16-yard line.
Hey, go Lion. Set. Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 25. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
Finding yourself down here multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
And this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They picked up 17 through the air. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming down. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Herbert to the air again. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a second down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Hampton trying to work inside. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
They'll go again with Hampton. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
3rd and long.
Counter.
Throwing, Herbert. That is brought in at the 10. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
Herbert to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line and in. Devontae Smith, touchdown Chargers. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Dicker, good with the extra point. Chargers are able to cut into the deficit. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Going to return this from the 10. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
On the toss, it is Swift. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On the option, it's Swift. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
He'll drop to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Buffalo 18.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Broncos.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2.
Get it.
They'll run for the 1st time with their fullback. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25.
Sometimes you just have to keep it simple. You don't need to overthink things on 2nd and short. Give it to the big guy behind you, send him crashing forward through the line, pick up the 1st down.
On the give, here's Swift. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
18 Cardinal.
They'll go again with Swift, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Warriors 70.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Chargers take over first and 10. After a 45-yard run.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Now, Herbert. To the middle of the field. He's got Johnston. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Herbert. To the left side and taken in by Smith. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on first and 10.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Play action now. It's Herbert. A ball deep for the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Herbert to the air again. That one complete to Johnston. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. He's got it at about the 8, and he will score. Game on. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown, L.A. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a one-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
Throwing again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense. And this is going to stay a 2-possession game. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Their own 26-yard line.
Stephanie! Viking 18! Check smash! Check smash! Let go!
On the give, it's Swift. He's inside the 40. Inside the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Denver. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year.
Broncos 30. Chargers 13.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Pistol here for Herbert. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense by executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now or never, they'll throw on 40. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. No help from those last two runs. It is 3rd and 13. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Now Mike Tomlin going to send out the field goal unit. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Second and 11. They will take a knee here. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.